Hello, I am the Orthodox Patriot. Alright, guys. This is it. I'm doing 9 and 10 right now, mainly because 10 is easier than 9. Anyway, food review. Dr. Pepper. Dr. Dear Pepper. Anyway, that's it. Anyway, part 9. Technically part 10. Well, whatever. Part 10. It doesn't matter. Hold on. Alright, I'll also do the types of atheists will be done at the end of this video. Okay. Part 10. Technically part 9, but anyway. States that the God of the Bible is evil. Because the God of the Bible is evil because why bad thing happened? See, there's many different people and or denominations that believe that in different things about miracles. For me, I thank God, directs the good of humanity to stop the bad of humanity, which has been driven into years and years of sin. And, for like stuff like massacres, plagues, could all be avoided without sin. See, I'll give you an example. The Black Plague, Bubonic Plague, Botox Plague, whatever, Same thing. Were started by greed. The Silk Road, and I think I heard it was about in the sea or whatever. They traveled by sea and the rats got in or whatever. Technically the Silk Sea or Silk Ocean, whatever, was started by greed. A sin. So, the point that I'm trying to make is that God still does miracles. But he works through the body, technically, and mind of the good. And for, sins unpunished, let me just say, I fucking hate communism with every bone in my body. Communists are really, really bad people. Like, you might see, in the UK, the Our Party. The idea, like one of my atheist friends said, the idea of communism is really good, everyone to be equal. Everyone to be equal. But they're not. Because no one's Jesus Christ. So, no one's perfect. There's gonna be sin and greed, and especially when they kill the church leaders or say, hey, can you, not, starve the Ukrainians? And they just kill them. They just kill them. They kill them or they exile them because they don't like what they're saying. Really bad form of government. Has never worked. China's thinking, well, they could just point to China and say, well, China's doing good, they're nearly at capitalist America. There's also a bunch of tour slides there with most Asian countries. And guess what? Those East Asian countries, they have no form of Christ. Well, some of them do. And they're alive. But, anyway. There has been growth of Christianity in China. Part 11. Part 11 is really stupid. Because it states that, it thinks that, well, science debunks the Bible, which it doesn't. I've already talked about this, or I think I even said it too. Evolution does not debunk Christ. Hello. So, I'm not gonna include this in the title, but I'm gonna go back on my first claim and say, yeah, it was an overestimate, but the 12,000 copies one, is true. Like an atheist said in my comment section on YouTube, well, it could be copied, over and over. But that would mean, say, I think there's like 4 descriptions of Christ. That means there's about 3,000 Bibles. When we mean like scriptures, 12,000 scriptures, there's like, again, I don't know, in the New Testament, the descriptions of Christ, there's like less than 10's, like 5, that's just 5. What about the 11,995 others, And there's also evidence of pagan Roman writers writing about Christ. Of course, it was like 70 years later, but still far, far back from the the Christianization of Rome. So back to what I was saying about the me going back on my first argument with the evidence and stuff like that. Big Bang Theory, all right. Professor Roger Penrose said that the chance of life existing in the universe is 1 to the 10th to the 123rd power for life to exist in the universe. And even if you want to say, oh, well, that's just wrong, he's not a professional, even though he's a professor. Anyway, there's also the fact that we live in comfort. We are apex predators. And there's only been like 10% through the entire Earth's history, and only 1% in today's world. Like, I guess you could say. It could change. Yeah, everything changes, I don't really know for sure, but the first Sunday of August is going to be my Disproving Heretics videos. And yeah, see you later. God bless. Is really bad and killed like 300,000 people, or 3 million people, 3 million Christians, and they got punished because they got idiots running around saying, communism is a utopia. But anyway, that's not my point. Yeah, it's for us Christians to donate to the poor and help the poor and those who do not believe in God, not the middle class or the upper class, as the heretical Protestants state. So anyway, part 11. Part 11 is really stupid, because it states that, it thinks that, well, science debunks the Bible, which it doesn't. I've already talked about this, or I think I even said it too. Evolution does not debunk Christ.